Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by Burkins Chevrolet. If you're from GA or FLA, you should be driving a Burkins Chevrolet. Come on.
Hit it. All right, so this is Sports Concepts and Rationalizations. It's called the 10-minute drill, where Jeff and I will exchange some ideas from the world of sports that happened overnight or are happening, and Beef will give away a prize pack at the end that concerns what today there?
Oh,
Beef?
buddy, we're going to send one lucky Guggen down to watch the Jumbo Shrimp at the baseball grounds of Jacksonville with a family 4-pack. Will include dinner for two at Chick-fil-A, and all our winners this week will be entered into a drawing at the end of the week. One lucky Guggen is going to get a twosome at the Greater Guggen Open coming up Monday, June 10th out of the Slammer and Squire.
All right, I've had an NBA/college football fan text in a question that for you.
Oh, okay.
Or a question about you, not really directed to you, but I decided that I would completely put you on the spot.
What would I rather have, this or this question?
It's a this or that question.
What do you got?
The question was,
I can already tell you,
is this: how big a true NBA fan is Dan? Would you take Zion or a win over Georgia this year?
Oh,
wow!
No, I take a win over Georgia.
I would too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Leave Zion.
Yeah,
I would too. I would. That shows you the passion. That's not even close to me.
Yeah, but I'm going to answer it this way. I also in my back pocket know I'm pretty sure I'm getting KD and somebody else too.
Yeah, for sure. You're getting KD. I don't.
But,
there's somebody.
no.
The weirdest NBA story going around right now is this potential reunion between Kyrie and LeBron.
Well,
would you have ever imagined?
That got snuffed out yesterday.
Completely?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. From what I was hearing and listening to,
did Kyrie snuff it out?
No, but I no, that's not.
It just sounded strange. I mean, they left under bad circumstances.
You know, he called and apologized and blah blah blah.
I mean, isn't the word that Kyrie is like best friends with Durant? Like, I heard they're like good friends.
Well, there's video, the great video of
the All-Star game,
Kyrie and Durant at the All-Star game, where he's going, they have two spots. I mean, he's telling them, basically, let's go to New York. It would look like to everybody.
You think Kyrie has lost his do you think he's not as valuable a commodity now for like a Durant? I wonder what Kyrie Irving's respect level is around the league. I wonder how he's viewed around the league. He had a magnificent failure of flame out in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I mean, he was bad.
He went to Boston
Bucks.
to win titles. He missed the playoffs last year.
Yes,
and this year with him in the lineup, they went, didn't go as far.
No, and there was a lot of dysfunction and really good articles if you go back and look at kind of how it all went and how he turned sour. And it was a tough spot for everybody. Especially, look, the year before they were the darlings, the young kids, the Roziers, and all those guys. And all of a sudden, everybody's role changed when Kyrie came back.
And Hayward.
Kyrie is ball dominant. He's a ball dominant guy
too.
He's got a little bit of Harden. He's got to have the basketball. So anyway,
but not as good.
But yeah, to answer that question, that's easy. Yes, I'm just tired as an NBA fan to have no chance every year, and to me, this is our best shot.
Well,
so
you will at least become a more than relevant. Durant alone puts you in the top 3 in the East.
Yeah, it'd
be Durant
like,
with who you got.
It'd be like if Kawhi stayed in Toronto, it would be Durant, Kawhi, and
Giannis.
And Giannis, yeah, for sure.
And Trae Young, but I don't want to brag. All right. Speaking of Durant, Warriors getting a little taste of what life's going to be out without him. Look, Dan, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't play in the Western Conference Finals. They've already ruled him out for the first 2 games of the Western Conference Finals, so they'll have to do it with, without Kevin Durant most likely against Portland, who, shame for them. They also are short-handed because their center has been out since the regular season. But I have a question for you. I wonder if you could get this correct. The Warriors have played 28 games without Durant that Curry played. They played a number of games where neither Durant nor Curry played.
Okay.
In 28 games.
You mean the entire time?
The whole time he's been there.
Okay.
There have been 28 games that Durant did not play and Curry did.
It's a good question because I really have no idea. Part of me could say, look, the Warriors were great before he got there, so maybe they've been great. Part of me thinks, well, Durant is the best player. So I'd only be guessing. I have zero idea. I will say this before I answer the question. If you listen to what Curry, Draymond, and Klay Thompson all said after the win against Houston, it was nothing but love for Kevin Durant.
Oh, yeah.
He's our best player. I mean, they said that.
Yeah. Well,
now Curry can say that knowing that
he's got
it's his
two
teams.
Yeah, it is his team.
It's his team, and Durant's just an extra.
I don't know what
Durant's
numbers are when
guess,
Curry doesn't play, but
let me guess. I'm going to say
28 games that the Warriors have played since Durant came, where Kevin Durant did not play and Curry did.
Yeah, I'll say 18-10.
27-1 with Steph. So whose team it is and what they lose or gain.
Yeah, I knew it had to be something weird.
But in fairness, now that with Steph before Durant, they had that 3-1 lead to the Cavs and they blew it.
They did.
And with Kevin Durant there, they're unapproachable in the post. I mean, they've not even been threatened in the finals. Now the West has given them a little bit of a challenge. But do you give with no Kevin Durant the Blazers a fighting chance? Does it become? Are we down to Lillard and McCollum against Thompson and Curry, or is it still huge advantage Golden State?
I'll take Golden State.
Yeah, I would too.
6 at most.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Do you see any?
No, I don't. Portland doesn't feel like they're some destiny team. They're just a good team. They play a little ugly.
Listen, I'd love to root for Portland. It's great. I like different.
I like Lillard.
I'm happy for that fan base.
Like
I watched last night. I sat there and watched another shot of the Toronto fans outside watching that shot and then just going absolutely crazy. It's just joy to watch. And I'm happy for Milwaukee fans. I think that's awesome. So, it's I like when different teams get in there. I don't understand. I don't think Joe Flacco is very smart. Like, if you're Joe Flacco and somebody asks you that question, we've been down this road a few times with these guys.
It's never a good thing to say that.
Oh, yeah, I'll help him out however he needs. I mean, football's a team game, right? So, whatever.
And it's always the quarterback, Dan. Like, if a corner signs, you never hear the other corner say, well, I'm not going to teach him anything about technique.
I guess nobody asks him the question either, though.
Maybe.
But they asked Joe Flacco yesterday if you missed it, and Joe Flacco came out and said,
they asked, are you going to help bring along Drew Lock?
And he said, look, I got a lot of stuff to worry about. I can't. And he was very nice and cordial, but it's just dumb to me. I mean, if football's the ultimate team game, I don't care how much. You don't have that much on your plate that you can't, anytime Drew has a question, I'll certainly answer it. I wouldn't sit there and say I'm the end-all, be-all right guy. I do a lot of things wrong, but, I'll be glad to, help him out. Yeah, ultimately, the whole idea is, I quarterback, and then eventually one day he takes over.
You could always preface with, I'm catching up myself in a new system for the first time in my career, but obviously.
It's not that hard. Just lie if you're going to be a jerk.
Yeah, it's not my job. Like I said, go to any job as a new employee and then immediately say, well, that's not my job. Let me know how that works.
I just thought that was
I thought so too.
Not very smart.
All right, I'll end with this. I'm going to go to baseball.
Okay.
And the luckiest guy in the world in baseball, the luckiest guy in the baseball world is just that, because the Phillies are 24-16. And the world doesn't know what a choking dog Bryce Harper has been, what an absolute waste of money he has been. Yeah. And if you're the highest paid player in baseball, even if it's only May 14th, you can't be hitting 220. You can't in 40 games have multiple strikeouts in 19 of them. You can't have the most multiple strikeout games in all of Major League Baseball. Yeah. You can't be a subpar baseball player.
Yeah.
And that's what Bryce Harper has been. We gave him an out that a couple of subpar seasons of late were just, because of the unknown of the future. Are we sure Bryce Harper is a superstar that's going to play at a superstar level for the next 10 years?
I mean, doesn't he project to basically 30 homers and 100 ribs right now?
If you hit 220, your 30 homers, you can keep them. Yeah. That's not a high enough average. That's Mark Reynolds, not Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he is being saved right now. I don't know how the Philly fans are treating him, but he's being saved from...
Got that on-base percentage, too. He's got that OPS.
Don't care.
Well, you're the one who cares
his
about
OPS is not high. It's 8-something.
Not right now, but I mean...
Look, at the end of the day, the guy's got 54 strikeouts and he's hitting 222. Yeah. That is not worth $330 million, not even anywhere near.
I'm not going to argue. I'm just saying he's, I don't know. Bryce Harper...
Bryce Harper hasn't had a hit since May 5th. Yeah. No, that's not true. He won for 5 against Kansas City there.
I mean, the aberration for Bryce Harper, 2 different years he hit over 300. The rest of the time he started at the 270s for 3 straight years. Then he went up to 330 and he won the MVP. And then 243, 319, 249, 222. So
okay, but and again, this 222 is more than 20 points worse than anything he's ever done. This is not a This isn't like
He was hitting
Bryce
like this,
Harper's worst. This is way worse than his worst.
He was hitting like this last year for the first half of the season as well, and then he got hot in the second half and finished at 249 with 34 and 100. I understand what you're saying, but
I wonder though. Does Bryce Harper? All right, let me ask you.
Here's what I would say to you as a Philly.
Does he play 13 years in Philly?
Here's what I would say to you as a Phillies fan before you go.
We're 24 and 16. He's made a difference in our lineup.
And what are the Nats doing? They're 14 and 26 or 6. Winner Phils. In that respect.
Well, yeah.
I know there's other guys who are helping, obviously. I get it.
Well, and here's the thing.
I do think there's a point that, listen, well, yeah, I think we both know as the years go by, it's like, well, we got the whole idea is we can't get these players because we got Bryce. We're saddled with this contract. So that may be coming. This year they don't care. They'll spend it all because we're trying to win. But will they be like that every year? That I don't know. So, it's a little bit of a concern, but,
If the strikeouts and the average, though, are, like I said, are trending toward those all homer or nothing guys, the Mark Reynolds, the Chris Davises of the world. I mean,
Joey Gallo.
And he's only 26 years old.
First player in baseball history to have 100 homers before he had 100 singles. Joey Gallo.
Yeah, that's how Harper is playing. It made a nice defensive play yesterday, and to what I've seen, I'm not pretending to watch every Phillies game. They haven't completely turned on him, but again, if the Phillies were 14 and 26 right now, can you imagine what this story would be? So we'll see. That's the 10-minute drill.
Oh yeah, let's do caller number 4 today. Caller number 4.
For where the Knicks will pick.
Oh, that's awful. I hate you. What are they getting, Beef?
They're going to get a family 4-pack to go see the Jumbo Shrimp in action down at the baseball grounds of Jacksonville. Lunch or dinner for 2 at Chick-fil-A, and our winner will be entered in the drawing for the end of the week. And one lucky Guggen will get a twosome to the Guggen Open coming up June 10th at the Slammer and Squire.